Yo, what's the crap, boys? Bradley Beal has been traded to the Suns for nothing. Okay, Chris Paul is not nothing. It's a salary match. Landry Shamet, a bunch of picks. Not even one first. Wizards fumbled that. Obviously, the no trade clause helped that. It kind of like that was Bradley Beal's plan. Finesse the bag. And then just dictate where he goes, which he literally did. W, bro. Now he's got a chance to win the championship. Not really. I'm not a fan of this move. Obviously, I am. This is just a splash move, like an Instagram, a hype move. It's gonna have social media talking, it's gonna have everyone talking till free agency, till the draft. New Suns owner arguably made two of the biggest trades of this decade in the space of a few months, giving up all their picks and shit, all their depth. Now you've got three elite scorers and no depth. Have we not, I'm not exactly sure. Obviously, DeAndre Ayton, he's going to get traded. You're going to have to trade him for some depth because not a lot of free agents are going to be taking the minimum. Also, you'll have, your two that will be taking minimum contracts, 1 year deal. Try to go for the chip, up their value. Someone like a Malik Monk. You've got other players that do that shit. DeAndre Ayton, you're going to have to deal him to maybe Indiana. Get Buddy Hield, I think would work. Obviously, contracts you have to match. Maybe get Miles Turner. That is a solid starting five. You run Booker the point guard, Bradley Beal the shooting guard, Buddy Hield the 3, KD the 4, Miles Turner the 5. I don't know if that would work. Need to do that trade for their thing. But for the Suns, bro, I don't agree with this move. Your big problem was depth and defense before you made this trade. Now it's even worse. Obviously Bradley Beal's an elite scorer. Offense is going to become easy for you guys. But depth and defense is just not going to work. Between those four players, they got $161 million in contracts just for one season, which is absolutely crazy. That free agency could be embarrassing for them, for the players they sign. Obviously, you will still have the ring chasers in there. But this Suns team, Frank Vogel, defensive-minded coach, that could help. You're just relying on getting a good trade for Ayton, which you're going to have to trade away. He was quite bad in the playoffs. He looked checked out since the start of the season. Trade him to Indiana, or just find a 3-team trade where you can get just two role players. You keep Torrey Craig, Cameron Payne. That's two solid players off the bench. Get two more starters. Obviously a center and a small forward. I don't agree with playing Beal as small forward. Well, he's 6'4". Maybe you could, if you can get a true traditional point guard. Then yeah, I would put him at the 3. Devin Booker can play point guard. He's played point guard a lot. He is turning into a good two-way player. Bradley Beal has also played on-ball point guard. So, they can somewhat share it. But this move is just somewhat questionable. I don't know what to think of it. Obviously happened last night. But for KD, man, I don't get his thinking. The Nets blew up because Kyrie, not because of Kyrie, kind of obviously stuff that was going on in the Nets for the whole tenure that they were there. Bro, KD and Kyrie just stayed in Brooklyn, they would have made it out of the East. We know that. Possibly have beaten the Nuggets. I don't know about that, but they would be more likely to run it back. And now KD's just in the exact same position he was in over a year ago. Big 3, no depth. I don't think it's going to end well. Don't get me wrong. They're going to make the playoffs. They're going to be a championship contender. Somewhat it's literally just a scary hour Nets. This team can definitely work. This team can definitely work if they stay healthy. KD's had a big injury every season since he's came back from that, bad injury he had in the finals against the Raptors. So, when you have no depth there, it's going to be looking rough. Also, you got the new CBA, which kind of is making sure that stuff like this doesn't happen. Super teams. It's not exactly a super team. It's just top heavy, which KD seems to I'm sorry, bro. I'll say that KD can't be top 10. Obviously, he'll have a say in that. KD likes that, which I like that he does that. KD can't be a top 10 player, bro. What? Every team he's played on has been top heavy now. Blew a 3-1 lead against the Warriors and then joined them. Sorry, that he's automatically disqualified from being a top 10 player of all time. Top 12, top 15, easily, bro. Easily. KD's like that. Arguably the greatest scorer ever. But when it comes to this shit, obviously, you do want to be on a good team, but, come on, bro. How many top-heavy teams do you need? That's something different. I think, if you're going to get a big free, you got to do it now, and then the new CBA will allow it. But after, I think it's July, when it kicks in, you can't be doing this. So this might be the last, big trade we see, which, is whatever. So, my expectation for the Suns is to probably be a disappointment. Obviously, we have to see what free agency signs they have, because they only have, 4 or 5 players on the contract. The roster isn't even fully complete, so we'll have to see. Chris Paul has to be on the Lakers. If Chris Paul goes to any team other than the Lakers, he will choke like he always does in the playoffs. If he goes to the Lakers with LeBron, AD, I think he can actually win his first ring. Lakers somewhat need that, that point guard in Chris Paul. Average 9 assists. He can give you 10 points. Maybe even give you 20 or even 30 in one night. Obviously, great pick and roll of AD. Takes the pressure off them. Obviously, LeBron's getting older. He can't be holding the ball. LeBron averaged nearly 30 again. Chris Paul isn't going to, take out the scoring, but you need a point guard like Chris Paul. I think the Lakers could easily win a championship with that. Obviously, Bradley Beal was looking like he was going to go to Miami. I didn't think, bro. The Suns literally should have just traded away Ayton, kept two top heavy of KD and Booker, and just have nice role players around them, bro. That's literally all they needed to do. But nope, they went for the splash move. They went for the hard Instagram edit. But it is what it is. Now Miami Heat is fully focused on Dame, which I think Dame Lillard is going to be a Miami Heat. If I had to guess, maybe not. Who knows? But if Dame goes to Heat, bro, they're going back to the finals. Heat easily going back to the finals. Possibly, we don't know yet, but the Heat would be my pick to go to the finals. But now the Suns, obviously in hindsight, it's 2020 or 2024 or whatever. They could win the championship. Devin Booker's a top 10 player. KD's a top 5, top 7. Bradley Beal, I think he is going to beat the empty stats allegations finally. No player that's averages 30 more than once. Bradley Beal is an elite, scorer. Obviously, he's not been at his best in these past few seasons. I think on this team, he will find himself again. And Bradley Beal is a third option. That's disgusting, bro. If Bradley Beal is your third option, okay, yeah, you're going to be good. Obviously, that depth and defense is going to definitely come into question come playoff time. I think regular season, they can coast to 40, minimum 40, 45 to 50 wins in that area. Possibly push mid-50s. Maybe, who knows. Obviously, KD is probably going to be injured. If not, though, who knows. Suns go for it.